of his eye. Sit right down, we're gonna give the scoop with Ryan Pfeiffer and Lisa Doop. Shamma-lamma ding-dong loop-de-loop. This is the story of a guy named Mr. Boop.
You're listening to Being Mr. Boop. What do you get when you cross a podcast with a webcomic? You get Tales of Rude Stuff, the D&D podcast starring famous webcomic artists Branson Reese and Chris Hastings. Anyway, here's Being Mr. Boop. Oh, and my name is Ryan Pfeiffer, and also I am Mr. Boop.
My name is Lisa Doop, and I am Mr. Boop, and I'm going deaf.
Lisa, it's Monday, July 20th, 2020, and today we're reading the 130th ever Mr. Boop strip. What happens in today's Mr. Boop? Because I can't see it. So you're going to need to tell me what happens and what is the shadow synopsis also.
In today's Mr. Boop, wasn't someone signed up to host this one before?
What do you mean?
Well, before we took that break, I think someone had this week.
I don't think so. What the fuck? Who would it have been?
I don't know. One of the people you know. I remember reading about it in the chat, so I'm like, oh, I'll pick this week. But I don't know,
I don't
Anyway.
think so. I don't think that's right. I can't see the strip. Hang on, let me go to MrBoop.net and... Fuck, I can't go to MrBoop.net.
Well,
wait,
Ryan,
can you go to MrBoop.net?
Don't worry, Ryan. I'll describe the panels for you. How about that?
Oh shit, I can't look at anything on the internet right now. My internet's completely down. I have my hotspot up.
Right.
But it's not now that's not working either.
In panel 1, we see a little table with like a cloth over it and a tea set on top of that table.
Is this the flapper shot?
Yes, this is the flapper shot. To the left of this panel, we see Alec Boop sitting at a chair, happily talking to someone on the right side of the panel.
Wait, didn't they officially get divorced? Or have they not yet?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. So he is still Alec Boop.
Yeah.
I was going to say, you can't call him that.
Looking to someone on the right, who is a woman with realistic proportions in a sundress with a sun hat.
Yeah, it's... well, they'll say who it is.
Alec has a speech bubble that says, "Thank you for meeting with me, Gina from Porco Rosso."
That's who it is. It's Gina from Porco Rosso, the Studio Ghibli film. Do you say Ghibli or Ghibli?
Ghibli.
Oh, Ghibli.
Oh, Ghibli. And what does she say, Brian?
She says, "It's great meeting with you too, Alec. Long time no see. I always love to catch up." Lisa, can you link me the strip?
It says what?
No, shut up. Link me the strip. I'll look at it on my phone. Link me the strip.
What the fuck are you talking about there, Brian? I can't make out a word you're saying.
Oh my god, link me the strip.
What? What?
Okay. Shut up. Okay. She says, "Oh, how could I say no to my dashing ex-husband, Alec?" Electoral heart. See, I was pretty close. Did you say they're sitting down for tea? She's holding a teacup.
Yeah.
They're sitting down for tea. She's holding a teacup.
Yeah.
They got a tea set on the table. Which is funny because in panel 2, we have a speech bubble from Alec coming off from the left because this panel is a close-up of Gina. And there's a speech bubble from Alec coming off from the left. What is he? Oh, fuck you. What does he say?
He says, "Come on, Electress. Don't tease me, Electress."
Why are you saying Electress?
Because Chris corrected us.
No, he didn't. That was not his point.
He
That was not the point he was making. The skin on my shoulder is sloughing off. Sorry, elbow.
What? What?
Sorry, off topic.
This will be fun.
No,
for
but
a
it's
whole
funny
week.
because he.
This.
Huh?
I hope this doesn't get old for a whole week.
Oh yeah, the whole week's gonna be like this, folks. Unless my internet turns on in the next hour, but I doubt it.
Well, we have more than an hour.
But he's. Yeah, it's great. He says, "Don't tease me." He said, "Don't tease me," which is funny because there's. Don't interrupt me. He said, "Don't tease me," which is funny because they're sitting down for tea. Get it? What's the shadow synopsis? Lisa.
Gina's so pretty, Electress. Comic is now about Gina, Electress.
You don't need to say Electress. He was not saying that's how it's pronounced. There is no correct way to pronounce it because we made it up. The correct way to pronounce it is however we say, and we've been saying Electries this whole time.
That's how I think. That's how I think it should be pronounced.
Oh, you're saying Christopher Winter says. Is that what you're saying? Who are you saying corrected?
Chris
Who are you
Taylor.
saying corrected? Because Christopher Winter says ellipsis. Which makes sense that you would say Electress. Is that because that's what you were just saying, right? Electress?
Yeah. But that's what
Christopher
Chris
Winter
Taylor
says.
said. Chris,
no.
When he read it, he thought it was Electress. And then he explained why he thought that, and I was like, that makes sense.
He was mistaken. No, his point was that he thought it was a pun.
And it makes more sense as a pun. So I'm retroactively.
No, it doesn't, because that's not the naming philosophy.
It is now.
The naming philosophy is stick Electra in front of everything.
Yeah.
It's not because it's a pun. That has nothing to do with it.
We could be better, Ryan. We could be.
Well, whether it's a pun or not, like we can make it a pun, but that doesn't mean that the pronunciation is different.
I think it's funnier this way.
It's too late for that. It's locked. Remember? You're suggesting a change that would not need the slang guide to be edited, but would still fundamentally change one of the slang components. Has that happened in English language where like a word stays the same but its naming philosophy is changed?
I don't know. I mean, there's
like
a thing
the reason why the word is how it is. Well, I don't know if that counts. I mean, hamburgers. I feel like we've talked about hamburgers, the name hamburger, the word hamburger on the podcast before. Okay, then let's move on.
We've run out of subjects.
We have Nina responds, I'm sorry, darling. Electropoint. I mean it though. You'll always have a special place in my heart, Alec. I've never seen Porco Rosso.
No, me neither.
Porco Rosso. We should watch it.
Yeah, I was going to in preparation for this week, but then I didn't.
Does she appear after this week?
No.
Oh, then fuck it. Have you... Whatever. Panel 3.
Alec is doing his hand behind his neck pose. And he's blushing and looking to the bottom left corner. And his eyes are arched. And he says, I know.
You mean his eyebrows are arched?
Yeah, and his eyelids.
I wouldn't say they're arched, I would say they're lowered.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, it's 3 W's.
This does look like Gina from Porco Rosso.
It's spelt... And no is spelt KNOWWW ...
There's a lot of fan art of Gina from Porco Rosso. I guess people really like this character. People have an infatuation with this character, just like Alec does.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure why. Like I don't know. Maybe it'd be more clear if I watched it.
She's just a beautiful.
I don't get the just from looking at the Google image results, I don't get the vibe of it of her being like a character that people would obsess over like that. Like Betty Boop.
That's because you're a robot, Ryan. Because you don't have feelings.
No,
I'm not like me.
I like things.
Ryan, have you ever painted? Can you paint a beautiful painting? Can you draw erotic fan art of Gina from Porco Rosso?
Can you? I didn't think so. Says I, the robot from iRobot. And then he slaps him. Alec, what does Alec say in this panel?
He says, Gina says, now what was it you wanted to talk about?
What does Alec say?
I already said what Alec says.
That? Okay, yeah. Then I read it. Gina says. I didn't hear it. You spelled it out. Did you say electries?
Yes.
Gina responds in a.
I noted how it looked like the
speech
beginning of a URL.
Shut up! Gina responds in a speech bubble coming from the right. It says, "Now, what was it you wanted to talk about, Electoral Heart?" Panel 4. We have two thought bubbles. Neither of them are saying anything. Alec has a big thought bubble coming off panel from the left. And Gina has a thought bubble underneath that she is thinking as she bites her pinky and is kind of like giving eyes she's like eyeing over Alec sassily with a raised eyebrow like The Rock. What is Alec thinking?
Betty Boop is the love of my life. But I'm happy I also got to be married to Gina from Porco Rosso before Betty.
Electro point. Can you read that in a Christopher Walken voice?
Betty Boop is the love of my life. But I'm happy I got to be married to Gina from Porco Rosso before Betty.
That's a John Travolta voice.
What?
That's like a bad Simpsons John Travolta impression.
They made a Grease 2 and I wasn't in it. That's a deep cut Simpsons reference.
Gina responds in thought. She doesn't respond, but she's thinking in thought after he thinks, and she's thinking, "Damn, he's still so hot." Electries.
This is something that I think about every single time I read the Mr. Boop strip. I think to myself, damn, Alec is still so hot. How's he doing?
You do not.
He never has a bad day. You want to know? I can dissect something here. There's something to dissect here. Yeah.
Excuse me. I'm blowing my nose. I've been sick the past few days. Go on.
That's why Ryan is talking to us from a hospital bed. Right?
Yes, that's what's happening. But it's funny because my audio quality isn't any worse. It's just that it's only for you that the audio quality is worse. Because I brought my microphone to the hospital, but the internet connection in here is bad.
Mm-hmm. That's why there's probably intense delay issues on the recording.
Yeah. Well,
anyway, my thing I wanted to dissect here was this is the first time I think that a character has been described as blank from blank. You know? as like Gina.
Oh,
They never
has it?
said Peter Griffin from Family Guy, and they never said
I guess
Bugs Bunny.
I
from
guess
Looney
because all the other characters have been the main character of their
yeah,
of
but
their
Bugs Bunny
things.
but like Bugs Bunny isn't the name of the show.
Oh, come on.
Yeah,
It's Bugs
I mean,
Bunny.
but my point is like, you know, it's like
There are other Ginas.
the implication here now is that Porco Rosso as a piece of media exists in the Mr. Boop universe. And I don't know what this means to these characters.
No, I don't. I mean, I agree. I don't think this is a revelation because I think this has already been like, established with Betty. The reason she makes royalties off her cartoons. So and any characters we see are we can assume they're from the media that we know them from in canon. Like that media exists in canon and they are known from that media in canon.
Yeah, but in the Betty Boop case, it could be just like, oh, she starred in some cartoons, but this is Gina from Porco Rosso. This is all she is to him. You know, she's not like, oh, this is
she starred in Porco Rosso.
Well, yeah, but you don't. And that was it. That's the only thing she ever did, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Well, and that's where he knows her from. Just like he knew Betty from her being a famous cartoon character, and that's how he knows Gina, and before he married her.
It's like Ryan Pfeiffer from that last week of Being Jim Davis. That's how I know you.
I'm from many weeks of Being Jim Davis. Thank you very much.
You're a semi-regular.
Ryan Pfeiffer from RoboCop Corner.
Yeah, I actually listened to... I looked at the Being Jim Davis sign-up sheet, and it's funny. I think the next time me and you are on together, for some reason, is after the show is ended, after Being Mr. Boop is over. Which is funny to me.
The week after.
The week after it's finished?
I don't know if that's true.
No, we're signed up to host in February of 2023. I thought this was going until September.
I don't know. September 11th.
Yeah, that's
mark
it in the history books. This is the day that
oh no!
Being Mr. Boop ended.
It's gonna overshadow it. Our podcast ending is gonna overshadow anything else that happened on that day.
Well, I mean, it's a national tragedy.
Else happen on that day?
Mr. Boop is over.
Exactly. It's an international tragedy because we're a multinational podcast. The United States, Britain, Italy, Canada probably pretty soon. Yeah, all over. Hawaii. No, not Hawaii. That's Being New Davis.
Podcast networks Chris
hasn't been on here.
Let me tell you that.
Why?
I mean, like, Pitch Drop is fine.
You should have said this last week when Chris was on.
I like small podcast networks where there's like a sense of community or something like that. But I'm sick of Amazon owning a podcast.
Unlike
network.
This network.
Yeah. You know. If your podcasting network has a Wikipedia article, I'm not a fan.
Why?
Just because, like, it's like, oh, you're so corporate now. You fucking... It's like turning this thing that's like, oh, a group of independent people have put their voices out there, and it's like, well, now this is a monopoly. It's a game of monopoly.
What about HeadGum?
Baby. What's that? What?
The HeadGum Podcast Network. What about them?
What's that? I've never heard of.
That's the network that Jake and Amir started. Remember Jake and Amir?
No, I've never heard of this.
You never heard of Jake and Amir?
Nope.
It's a classic web series.
Nah.
One of the I would argue one of the most famous web series.
Apparently, HeadGum hosts has hosted 57 shows, 34 of which are ongoing. Too many. Too many. The amount that Pitch Drop has is enough.
But they're all from the same guy. There's only it's being Jim Davis.
Oh, I've heard of
knockoff
Doughboys.
Spin-off.
I've heard of Doughboys.
I've heard of it. I've never. I only listened to.
They're a comedy group.
Yeah, I know one of them was one of the guys from that podcast was I think he was on a show called The Birthday Boys, but I know him from the old web series My Music by the Fine Brothers. That old web series. He was a guy on that, and he would come on and his catchphrase would be "guess."
Well, anyway,
like, I wonder if anyone who listens to Doughboys knows him for that.
To wrap up the episode here, Ryan.
Yeah.
Please end the episode, or I'll unplug your monitor.
My internet's already out. My monitor might as well be unplugged.
No, I'll unplug the heart monitor that's detecting your heartbeat.
Oh no! Okay, you've been listening to Being Mr. Boop. Being Mr. Boop. ElectroPoint. You can visit the show's website at www.beingmrboop.com for a full catalog of episodes and a sign up to host the podcast. For more updates, follow at Mr. Boop Pod on Twitter. I hope I'm facing my microphone enough. I'm kind of facing away from it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wait, which direction are you meant to face the microphone from?
I would assume head on.
Oh! Well, that makes a lot of sense. I've had my back to it this whole time.
That's why? Why would you? Why? That's so. You can follow me at subscribe to Battleship Posting on YouTube. It's a group shit posting channel that I'm a part of. Excuse me, Lisa. What's a group project that you're a part of?
You can find me on Bandcamp if you look up Lisa Doop, and
that was not the question prompt.
What? Huh?
I said, what's a group project that you're a part of you would like to promote?
Oh,
that's what we're doing today.
Fucking shit. I don't know. I'm in a group called the Cryptic Cooperation, and you can't
what about that
find
one
anything
Tumblr?
Tumblr? Creative relatable.
Yeah, don't you have a
pictures of
Tumblr where
Blair?
you like post pictures? Yeah, whatever that is.
Yeah, that is long gone. I don't talk to half the people in that.
Oh. Okay.
Follow that though, if you wanna. If you're a fan of the children's program Harvey Beaks, and particularly the character of Claire, give it a browse.
Mm. I have two of those.
Nice. Relatable pictures of or
Browse.
Harvey Beaks thing.
Browse.
Uh-huh.
I have two browse. Thank you and good night.
Thank you and good night.
Did I say the sign off, like the show, visit the show website? Well, whatever. Do that.
You did.
Okay, good. Bye.
Cause I'm being Jim Davis and I'm here to say I'm being Jim Davis.
Being Mr. Boop is a wonderful way of being.
Cause I'm being Mr. Boop. Yeah, I'm being Mr. Boop.
They use that anymore.
Well, to the world famous Betty Boop. She was what a lucky guy. So in love might make you puke. She's the apple of his eye. Sit right down, we're gonna give you the scoop with Ryan Pfeiffer and Lisa Doop. Shamma-lamma ding dong.